Hello again, whiskey friends. Thanks for joining everybody for another Whiskey Wednesday. And tonight we are going to be grooving into some Copper Cask 10-year Rode You Like a Hurricane. That's going to be our next barrel pick next week. I just dropped that message on Patreon. We just got the link for the pick team, and then we'll have everything ready to launch officially come next Wednesday. So today's show is going to be a lot about Copper Cask. But what I'm also interested to talk about is 10-year MGP again. There's a consistent pipeline now of 10-year MGP flowing through different NDPs, Copper Cask included. But I'd like to talk about those because MGP 10-year consistently, we haven't had these times since back in 2017 and 2018 when a lot of these single barrels were coming out for MGP that literally made me fall in love with MGP. So exciting days are ahead, and for us, it starts with this Copper Cask Rode You Like a Hurricane. So curious about our upcoming barrel pick? Then stick around. So thank you for joining today, whiskey friends. Let's kick off the show. Now, little inside baseball here, but StreamYard is acting kind of crazy. Now, we did get into the stream, but I had to hit the try again button to let me into the server about a dozen times. I do have Darrell in the background, so we'll pull him on in just a moment. We'll see if Kelsey's able to join us, but we might just have the two of us for today's show. But as mentioned, it is all about MGP and mainly Copper Cask. So I know people don't have the Rode You Like a Hurricane yet. So if you want to follow along with us, pour yourself some MGP. If you got some Party Like It's 1999, which was our last Copper Cask pick, perfect excuse to get into it. Now, the other thing that we will be talking about just a little bit tonight, but we also have another Copper Cask that we can hint at on the back end of the show, and that'll play into next week's live, where our special guest will be Lance. And I got to hang out with Lance recently at the Barrels for Hope gala. That was amazing, but we will have on the Whiskey Tornado and give him hopefully some samples of this too, so that we can continue to drink along. Now it looks like Darrell, you are ready to go. So let's pull on Darrell, who, by the way, is in next week's Blendageddon finale. So definitely more to come too with Blendageddon. And man, Darrell, I got to think about this more. Owe Jason some donation bottles. So I'll be thinking of that as we're going on tonight as well. But let's pull on Darrell.
Hey. Yeah, I was doing the same. I seen his link today in terms of bottles, so I gotta ravage through some stuff over here and see what I'm gonna throw into that giveaway. But pretty excited, man. Freaking, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I gotta see if I can take out Dan.
Dan could be the front runner based on initial impressions on that last round.
Yeah, that last round, yeah. I was like right behind him.
Do you know if Dan has said anything publicly about our next month experience?
No, he has not.
Okay, we'll keep that in the wraps then. It would have been a perfect time to talk about it, but we'll keep it in the wraps. Honestly, next week is actually probably even the better time to say it. So we'll hold that story. But let's say hi to some people here. Let me get through chat. I'm getting into things. Let's get at the top here. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe this, but the first one to comment today is Marty. Cheers, Marty. And man, if you ain't first, you're last, top dog. Come on, John. I even posted it early for you and everything. It's probably why I threw him off. He's been like conditioned lately for me to drop that link just 2 hours before. Got Ed in here as well. Evening, Ed. It's always interesting to me for Ed, though, Darrell. Like, it's 5 o'clock his time. Like, he's just getting off
I know, dude.
Time zones are so weird. I feel like it benefits the West Coast versus the East Coast, though, right? Like, our days are ending, and it's like their evenings are just beginning. Like, he can get through this whole live, and he's still got time to, like, watch a movie or something, you know?
That's why Vic goes to, like, 7 in the morning. Like, I'm like, it's only 4 over there. That's Kara's, like, screaming.
Katie's in here. Cheers, Katie.
Yeah, they wanted to hang out too. I can probably shoot them over. They said they're kidless. I'm guessing that's dogless, maybe.
Katie and Ethan, like, hop on here. We can talk about the road like a hurricane too. I didn't think about that in advance.
Yeah, I just dropped it for them.
Cool. Yeah, welcome to join. Love to hear. Love to taste this through with you again.
So,
all right, James Lane's here. Let's go.
I even grabbed the 787 too to kind of throw in there.
The 787. So help me with
the original Yankee one, the Weller one. I don't got much left.
Some of that?
Somebody gave me I think it was Jonathan. He gave me one as a birthday gift last year, and that's this one here.
So why don't you give everybody context? Because this is where our Copper and Cask journey really starts.
I can. Give me 1 second. Kara, please. She's like got a wrench and it's like she's trying to like tighten.
I saw that wrench when we were backstage. I was wondering if she was going to do the plumbing. Like, I'm going to go under the sink and tighten up those lug nuts.
I know, literally, dude. But yeah, this bottle here, guys, I was on this pick. I want to say, was this before? No, so
I think it's 3 years ago now at this point.
It was about 3 years ago, yeah. If not, maybe a little longer than that. Actually, no, I think it was over that. Might have been. I can tell you, matter of fact.
That'd be crazy.
June of 2023 was when it was bottled.
2023. So 3 years
June of 2023. This was the first of the Florida barrels released. This was the first one that I'm pretty confident the first one they've ever released. Because we didn't even know about it at the time of them putting it out. And this is before Steven was even blending their whiskey. But got to join my local store, Yankee Spirits, on this pick, man. It was an 8-year Florida aged barrel. Then they finished it in a Weller Full Proof pick barrel that they had. And when we first tasted that, we was like, holy crap. That's kind of what brought us down that realm of Copper and Cask. I know for me for sure, because I knew who they were, just haven't had really great expressions. Sorry that it's loud in here. Then yeah, we kind of fell down the rabbit hole. I immediately told everybody, you got to try this. I think we purchased probably, I don't know, maybe 50 of the dang bottles, and I was distributing them everywhere, dude. It was so good. But yeah, that's kind of what got us going down that freaking train of Copper and Cask, man. They're putting out some really, really good stuff.
That was the beginning of the obsession, 20 bottles later.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler's in here. Hey, cheers, Tyler. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. JG's in here. Cheers, JG. Got Jason in here. Skull.
What's up, Jay?
Whiskey heathens. Sugar Kitty's in here. Cheers, buddy. And also, thank you. I did crack that Corbin Cash, which is now the first time I've gotten a Corbin Cash bourbon. So I'm excited to get back into that one. But I did give it a little nip. You warned me not to get too deep into it. Just a little nip. 150 proof, though. Oh, man. Those Corbin Cashes are crazy. All right. Eric's in here. Cheers, Eric. He's just talking about my StreamYard comments, but Eric was on the pick team for Copper and Cask as well, so I'm sure he's excited to get back into this.
Yeah.
Top Jimmy's in here. Cheers. Uncorked. Man, we got some good people in here tonight. This is a great crowd. Mac. Yes, MGP Mac. Oh my gosh, Mac.
Did I hear MGP?
I am just so excited for the coming months, but just in general, us being able to do picks now in this particular era when we're getting double-digit MGP and so many people have barrels. Oh my gosh, it's going to be. I will gobble it all up. Everyone's going to have to stop me. Everyone's going to have to tell me when they're tired of MGP because I'll get all the mash bills. I will get all the states. I will go crazy again for some double-digit MGP. David Smith. Cheers. And David, I got something packaged for you here. So a hand delivery coming soon. Got that all ready to go. But I got something out for you. And if you are expecting a hand delivery from me, I am caught up. Just need to literally hand deliver them. All right. Oh, the 1999 long gone. I got a little bit here. I got a little bit left in this one. I've been waiting for the comparison.
Party like it's 1999. I have mine somewhere. I didn't grab that one actually. Grabbed a couple others. I don't know what's up with my.
All right. Stream. Listen to JG. Little words of wisdom here.
Hit that or tap that. Hey.
Peter B. Cheers.
What's up, Peter?
Ooh, Andrew's in here. Bo's wise guy. Also in next week's competition.
Yeah, he's coming down to the Blitz.
Nice.
You'll get to meet him. I've met Andrew a couple different times. Good dude, man. Good dude.
Dude, I'm so excited for the Blitz.
Yeah, I can't wait. Got a month, right? What's today? The 19th? Pretty much a month.
Todd is in here. Todd, thank you again for all those samples. I know I took it to an extreme going through those all blind, but it was a lovely experience, and Todd's going to spoil me some more. Got something on the way for you too, buddy. VW Bourbon guys in here. Cheers. Eric Gunderson, Gunderstruck. Actually, that's actually one of the things next on my to-do list too. I've got a Irish blind from Eric that I got to get through.
Oh, nice.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've been waiting for too long.
I did some blending for him. I actually got to freaking package him and get him out. He's like maybe the only one I actually owe a package to still. 2 months.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Max
2 months.
I said a month,
right? I guess, yeah.
Start with the 13 year. Start with the lower proof one. Then drift into the Canadian.
Yeah, you get like a nice little. Actually, it's a great pour. Then that Canadian's just weird but good. Brings you on a ride.
Chris Barlow's in here. Cheers, all you whiskey lovers. I think I'm almost caught up. Oh, we got a Sioman Bob. Cheers, buddy.
Simoman Bob, but not Simon.
Simoman? Is it Siomon? Say it for me.
Simoman, but his name's Simon. Mr. Australia. Right. I got to meet him in Cali.
All right. We're caught up, man. Let's get into some Rode You Like a Hurricane. I should have let that air out the entire time I was talking there.
Yeah, I poured him a little bit as you were talking, actually, is when I poured him.
But very excited about this upcoming barrel pick. Excited in a couple different ways, but we can go into a little bit of the backstory here. It's 10 years. Actually, it's just 2 months shy of 11 years. 126.4 proof. And we talk a lot about the Florida barrels coming from Copper and Cask, but they don't really have those Florida barrels anymore. So they're getting it from different sources. This one came from West Virginia, which essentially means smooth ambler. If you read between the lines, essentially a 10-plus year old scout.
Yeah, buddy.
36% rye mash bill on that too. And then this one was actually picked back in February. So we picked this one a long time ago, back when the blizzard hit Rhode Island. So that's the inspiration of the sticker here with Katie and Ethan driving through the hurricane.
It's already been 6 months. That's crazy.
That is wild, right?
God, half a year already. Like, what the heck? It's nuts. Oh man.
Kraken. Missing Kelsey. Yeah, we'll get Kelsey back next week with Lance.
Such
So
a
we got
unique
Hack and Mac.
nose.
Hey, Hack's in here. Cheers, buddy. We got Hack and Mac in here.
What's up, champs?
But yeah, why don't you walk us through this one, Darrell? I've been yapping nonstop here for 15 minutes. Take over here.
Yeah, I'll give this a taste in a minute, but like just nosing this, man. Like that's kind of why I'm pretty excited for everybody to get it, because it is not your stereotypical MGP by any means. As my daughter's like yelling for me. Sorry. It's just so fun because the nose is completely different. Like, and I like unique whiskeys. I don't necessarily need something that's always like amazing. If it's unique and good, like that kind of rubs me the right way. But this is unique and really good. Because I know you and me love MGP, but like I said it a few times, if I nose this blind and tasted it blind, I probably would not guess it's MGP. Like it just tastes like a whole different heritage distillate or something. Like it's its own thing. It doesn't taste like a Kentucky bourbon to me. It doesn't taste like MGP to me. It's tough, but I think once everybody tastes it, they'll kind of know what I'm trying to say. But like, it's like its own thing, man, which is kind of cool.
I mean, it's a blend of what MGP's become but what it once was with those older single barrels at the same time. Like the darker cherry, that blackberry note, the fruit that's coming off this thing. The oak profile is not the same. There's no honey or graham cracker really to be found in these tasting notes either. So the stereotypical profile of a 6, 7, 8 year MGP we've been used to since 2021. Not in this one.
Just super dark. Maybe a little bit of apple, but definitely the blackberry that we've been talking about. Citrus, like has a citrus punch, like right after the front initial nose. Some decent ethanol too. Like it knows its proof for me. But the nose is so interesting. All right. I'm gonna take a taste. Have you took a taste yet?
Not yet.
I know we sipped it prior, but like
cheers.
Or in a past, should I say, but cheers everybody. I was about to say if you have it, drink along, but we haven't even released it yet.
We haven't released it. This is the pre-release for next week. Oh, I didn't even say the best part. I'll hold it till after the sip.
So dark. Spicy blackberry. Crazy oak profile. Such a unique oak profile, man. It's wild. And that thing just sits. Like my tongue's just like salivating right now. Holy crap.
Man. I got a ton of sweetness. You had this in your tasting notes, but the coffee cake.
The coffee cake.
Yeah. I got the coffee cake, and not only did I get the coffee cake, I'm getting all that sugar cinnamon crumble on top of the coffee cake on that first sip.
That's what it was for me. It wasn't so much the cake portion of it when I was writing those notes. It was literally like the crumble part that's on like the, I don't even know what brand that is. Is it freaking not Dunkin'?
That's just coffee cake in general, I guess. I don't even know what brand I would associate that with now that you say that out loud. Does it start with an R? It's like maybe the store bought one.
It's just a dual one. It has two with the little white paper under it, like in a square.
White box?
Well, it has white paper that it sits on. I could probably find it. What is it? I'm curious.
Dude, I used to have coffee cake all the time with my grandma. She would give me coffee. I'd be like 6 to 8 years old. I'd be dipping coffee cake into my coffee. Now we wonder why I'm addicted to coffee.
Drake's. So it's that brand. Oh, wait, what the heck?
Drake.
Yeah. That brand there. but it's a small package
see,
ones.
I'm thinking of something more old school, but who knows if that even exists anymore.
Actually, no, shoot, wait, that's
I'm
not
talking
the one.
about the 90s at this point.
That's not the one.
Man.
It's Hostess. It's Hostess.
Hostess one? Okay.
Yeah. Cinnamon streusel coffee cakes.
Ooh, Dana's in here. Cheers, Dana.
Yeah, that's a little burn right there. Yeah, they sell that right across the street from my job. Every now and then I'll run over there and grab that and get an OJ. What's up, Mr. Hooper?
We need to hang out with Hooper again. That was fun when we did that blind.
Hooper.
Mauricio. Cheers, buddy.
Bear Bike Bourbon Run. Was that aged in West Virginia barrel? In a West Virginia barrel company barrel? I feel like those have a unique profile. It was an actual smooth ambler barrel. Like it's stamped in, like embossed on the barrel head that I have.
Yeah. Do you know anything about anything on the barrel head have to do with Independent Stave Company or whatever, wherever it came from?
I don't know where
Durell literally has the barrel head right now.
Yeah, I don't know where the actual barrel head came from. I know Steven doesn't source Kelvin. I want to say some of them are IDS. And there was another cooperage I think he mentioned before, because I had that conversation with him, but I don't remember exactly what his answer was. But I'm pretty certain Kelvin wasn't any of them. I don't think he liked Kelvin. I think Nancy actually said the same thing too. She doesn't like Kelvin cooperage for barreling.
So we are all about the Copper and Cask tonight, Hack. And we are currently sipping on our next barrel pick, which is a 10-year, 36% rye MGP.
Oh, man. Did someone say independent? I sure did, Joe.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Cheers, buddy. Oh, man.
Miracle Martinez. Cheers. Harold Dossett. Hey, cheers, buddy. Welcome in. All right. Oh, this is a Nancy comment here. I didn't see the first comment, but I bet you that's Nancy related. The way that he's.
Oh yeah, because I was talking about that she doesn't like Kelvin. She likes ISC.
She mentioned that.
Yeah.
So don't know if we're supposed to get into that, but something that was mentioned.
Yeah. MGP sluts, let's effing go. Yeah, I'm a little.
Oh yeah.
Bit of an MGP slut. Oh, man,
well, that was the funny part, Todd sent me all these samples and I diligently reviewed them blind. There was 12 samples and I just went through each one diligently. And then my top 2 ended up being MGP. I was like,
yeah, I was watching.
Go figure. I go through all this work and the Redemption and the Copper and Cask are my favorite too. Go figure.
Yeah, that
can't hide
it
from me.
Solid, though. Batch 16, things yummy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I think the standout of this one's going to be the fruit profile, the combination of the dark cherry and the blackberry, and then that level of sweet oak combined with that dark char on top of it. The oak profile on this one's probably the unique and surprising aspect of it because it's dark, but not like a traditional, I don't know, not over oaked, but what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the same sweet oak as like what we had on the Obtainium. It's
no. Yeah,
how am I going to describe that?
This is more like in your face. Like the Obtainium almost drinks like, we're talking about the 13-year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it almost drinks like an Ellie, right? So it's super balanced. You definitely get all the oak, but the oak is like, I don't want to say like one-sided, but it's just mellow, right? But you get a ton of it. This right here, the oak kind of punches you a bit. Like you get all that flavor. I don't know if it's a mixture of the proof, but the oak profile is just super distinct because that flavor is just like, it's so saturated in it, so it erupts on your mouth, which creates a really unique experience for MGP for me. Like, because like I said, man, like it doesn't taste like it to me. Like, give me this blind, and I'm not saying it's MGP. Like I can't. Like,
I don't have an MGP that tastes like this, which is exciting for me because we were doing comparisons on Dusty Dan's last week of other 10 years that I had, either Old Bones or Evernorths, and still completely unique profile, even with the head-to-head comparison. So it's good. It's a good one. I am quite excited to get this one in people's hands. And unbelievably, Darrell, this is the first bourbon single barrel that we've had since Still Austin.
Yeah.
And that was back in February.
September.
So everybody's been riding with us through all these ryes, Canadian ryes, light whiskeys, and then oh yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned that. We didn't know what this price was going to be. This is like we got the chance to pick a Copper Cask, their first older stocks, and shared pour is coming in at $89.99 for this 10-year. So hopefully we continue to see those great prices on our next couple of picks.
No, for sure.
That was wonderful though.
Yeah, out of like the next 5 things coming out, I think the most expensive bottle is probably going to be like maybe $89. Probably one of the backbones. Outside of that, I think everything else is pretty cheap.
The 10-year backbone should be around that area too. So yeah. We'll see what the prices are. But if we can keep getting these 10-year MGPs in a $80 to $100 range, like yes, please. Everybody else is going to have to tell me when to stop because I'll just keep pushing for those.
Oh man, John McGovern, that's the Lawson's tough to follow, man. That when we tasted that, we were like, holy crap, like, dude. That was one that we were super excited for. Me and Jeff were like racing to see who can finish like 3 bottles in the first week. Like it was just nonstop pours. So good.
I still think that one in my heart is probably still my favorite when we get into the next 16 Sweet 16 tournament of barrel picks.
You think
I still think the Still Austin's going to be my number one. I think it's number one in my heart. I think this would beat it head to head though. Like,
okay,
this is going to be close for me. Curious on your ranking on this one, Darrell, but I do think this is probably. It's going to probably be my top 5 when we do the ranking. It's probably in there.
I think I just scored it the other day, and I think I got an 88 or 89, I believe. I may like the drinking no, I don't like the drinking experience more over the. God, Still Austin's so different though. Like, dude, like it tastes like an LE. It tastes and drinks like an LE. I may like that a little bit more than this, to be honest. Maybe. If they were the same proof, I would definitely say Still Austin. Like, if we're going head to head, this probably outproofs it. Well, it doesn't probably. It does outproof it, but I think I may like the taste profile of that a little bit more. Maybe. I would have to kind of like head to head them just to see. Number one, I need to say that after my favorites get killed in the blinds.
Well, that's the hard part. You never know how it's going to do in a blind. You just know how much you appreciate it when you sit down with it alone, right? But how's the 110 proof going to do against 130 proofs when it's in a blind and you don't even know it's coming up?
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you, Hack. He loves our Still Austin pick too.
We'll be in the same boat with the first Divine Dram because I think that makes the list, right? And that's only 105 proof. I think it's right around. It's probably the lowest proof that's going to be in the tournament, but probably drinks almost as dense and rich as all the other ones.
So, good question from Vari here. So I did just do a blind review on that batch 16. So if you go back a few videos, you'll get my uncensored take on that Copper and Cask. I loved it. God, that'd be great to do that head to head. I think this is a different profile though, off of memory. That's going to be the hard part about this. The the darkness we're talking about, the blackberry, the char that's all over this oak, it's not the same as that batch product. Both of them probably scoring about the same range, though, as Darrell said. I think I had that one at an 88. The batch product I had in an 88. That's what Darrell just said. He had the single barrel.
Yep. Yeah, it's a different profile, but it's more traditional in a sense to what MGP's been tasting like, but just really, it's a really good blend. This profile from West Virginia is just, it's kind of how we felt when we tasted a profile from Florida. We're like, wait, what the heck is this? I'm not used to, MGP kind of tasting like this and being this dark and dense. And we're kind of getting that same thing with these West Virginia barrels because they're just so completely different than, everywhere else that they're aging some barrels in, or at, should I say. But yeah, that batch 16, more traditional in a sense, but it's a very, very, very good batch.
Yep. All right. I've been dreading this comparison, Darrell. I'll be honest. I'm going to do it.
What are you doing?
But the party like it's 1999. So against the Rode You Like a Hurricane.
Okay.
I absolutely adore this party like it's 1999. It's one of the Florida barrels, 21% rye, and same proof point, but 7 years, just a hair under 8 years.
Right around the same proof too, right? What was that one? Was that 130 proof?
See, that's a totally different profile. That is wild.
What's the proof on?
120, 127.4. So just a tad higher, just on the decimals.
Yeah, one proof point higher, right? 126.4. Yeah, it's Rode You.
See the comparison here. There's just no oak profile on the 1999, but man, those fruits leaped off the glass.
I remember that being a lot brighter up front.
Yeah, it's almost got off the comparison here, this is almost like a carbonated fruit punch. Like it's got that effervescence, but the fruit layer is actually pretty diverse.
So I just dove into the 787 after our pick, and this nose is actually slightly similar because it's just so dark and rich, but it's not as funky as Rode You Like a Hurricane. It just has like a rich, funky oak versus just like a dark richness on this one. What did I miss? What did OH say? Yeah. Whoops, I tagged the wrong one. Whiskey nose. That's what they say about JG was played up front. Newsflash: the new pick is going to slap the snot apart.
I haven't tasted it yet, but I do love the fruits though coming off of 1999. It actually reminds me a lot of Sonic Boom right off the bat. That's really good. That's, that brings up a different conversation. I'll bring up this topic. I know we got a few other people in there. So Wesley, cheers, buddy. Kennison here. I drank that still lost and picked so fast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good one. I cherish those. It's kind of like when Darrell was like, open a Divine Dram the other day. I was like, no. Like, I'm going to stretch those out as long as I can. But yeah.
Did everything but open it.
Right?
Yes. I made that comparison quite a few times. The whole drinking experience is very, very, very similar between those two. And the oak profiles as well. Man.
Yeah, and OH and Connoisseur Cigar, Eric was on the Copper and Cask pick, so they know what we're talking about here. But that note that we keep going back to, Darrell just described it as that funky oak note. I keep going back to older oak with its heavy char. That was the distinguishing factor. That's why it won that blind. Now, Hack, I'm very, very intrigued by finished Still Austin and Armagnac. So looking forward to hearing more about that.
I don't know if I've had anything finished by them. I don't think I have.
I have not either. I've only had single barrel bourbons and ryes. I haven't had anything finished. I don't know if they've released anything finished prior to this.
Maybe not.
Because the Tanager is just blended. That wouldn't count as finished with that process, so that doesn't matter. That's just about the water. I
am not seeing half of these chats popping up for some reason. That's weird.
So
I have a question for both of you.
Todd has our unedited spreadsheet. So he's asking for a take here. There is no 100. It wouldn't be possible. If I hit a 100, I just like buy it up and retire at that point. Like, all right, I hit the pinnacle. There's nothing else to search for.
I think my highest was 98. I think was mine.
Yeah, yours is higher than me. I think mine's 95, and that's the Chateau de la Bade, if I'm remembering right. The Chateau de la Bade and batch 28 of the cigar blend are probably my highest scores on there, Todd.
So mine were, I think Booker's Rye scored like a 97, and I think the batch 10 Pirate bottle was like 97, 98 or something like that for me. I think those were my two highest. You guys made me pour some cave whiskey to slap me as soon as I opened the bottle.
Still Austin, number one in many people's hearts. So good.
Great.
Where's Copper Cask located again? So it's actually in Rhode Island. So Darrell, you want to describe where it's at?
Yeah, dude. So technically the city's called Rumford. They're about less than 10 minutes from my house. Rumford, like East Providence area. Right in Rhode Island, man. Little small warehouse to an actually no, it's kind of a big warehouse to be frank. But like a small, like, what's the word? Like business in a sense, right? It's not much. They only have maybe a couple hundred barrels at a time in there. Like, it's not a huge place. But they do store a lot of stuff because they do vodka and a couple other spirits over there. But small relative to like these big like heritage places, when you go on the grounds in Kentucky, it's nothing like that. It's literally just a big warehouse with some barrels and some equipment. But they're churning out some good shit.
I mean, those are the places I love visiting, whether it's Evernorth, Backbone, Copper and Cask. Mari, I missed out on the batch release this year, so I'm hoping to be able to grab your pick. Darrell, help me with the timeline here, because that latest batch does have a 10-year age statement. Did we pick this before he blended it, or did he have that batch blended?
Those were 11 years.
11 year?
Yeah, batch product's 11 year. I tasted that, I think, prior to... Actually, no. It would have been the same stuff, because when I first got it, when he first got the 10 and 11 year stuff, I went down there, I started tasting through some stuff, and he selected a few barrels that he wanted to keep to the side for that project. So it was all 11 year, but it was all the same because he got like just say 50 10 years and like 50 11s, and he just kind of snatched up a couple of those 11s to create that blend. But yeah, same timeline. They all hit the warehouse over there at the same time.
Yeah, I imagine the timing's pretty darn close, but I guess potentially we picked a single barrel that could have ended up in that blend if we didn't pick it, depending on how you look at it. Like, so it's probably in that family. Speculation, I guess, on my part, but probably was in the family.
Well, ours
barrels
was
that
10
could have
now,
blended, right?
So he only chose 11s, and ours was a 10. So ours,
well, I mean, Still depends on when he did it, because ours is, well, yeah, I guess so. Ours wouldn't have been age stated at 11 at that time.
Yeah.
But it's like 10 years, 10 months, to be clear. That's why I was kind of like, it's almost 11. TCT's, 13-year rye is stuck in a city. I hate that, man, when you see those updates and it just doesn't move when you see the delivery. But hopefully you get your Obtainium here soon. All right. Ricardo. Cheers, buddy. Ricardo's on the pick as well.
Candy corn during Halloween. My sister used to love that candy. Never get into it, though. Oh, man. Just had a little pour of some Old Bones. 11-year pick.
All right, so I'm catching up in chat here. I know I'm a few minutes behind.
Anyone else buffering? It's been a little laggy on this end for me. Like, I'm clear, but I see you lagging every now and then. But as of right now,
crystal clear on my end. Does Copper Cask have warehouses in multiple states?
Or are they just buying barrels age elsewhere? Just buying, right? Yeah, they're buying barrels and just having them. They have well, it's kind of like warehouses, because I know that the Florida one was just warehouses that they had purchased out there. They leased, and they were sending barrels out there to age. The West Virginia stuff, they literally got from Smooth Ambler, so they were probably just sitting in their rick houses over there. I'm not sure about the rest. Like, I know they got Indiana and Kentucky, but I would guess they're probably lease spaces similar to what they had in Florida for these places. Outside of Indiana, they may just keep the stuff in Indiana since that's where it's coming from for that location. But everything else, I want to say it's like a lease space.
And then, if you aren't aware, what you can see on the Copper and Cask bottles. So when he talks about the different states, if you do get your hands on Copper and Casks, it's got the barrel number, and that MF means something. So this is a Florida barrel, whereas the Rode You Like a Hurricane is a West Virginia barrel. And I've also got some that are MI. I think I have some MK too.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So, Kentucky ones, Indiana. Yep.
So that's what that means. And that's always the fun part with MGP for me too, is not only do you get the different cooperages and what barrel it was aged in, but the climate and the states make a difference too.
Like this was like pre-state too. Like this was the 787 said like LP. Well, it's not
LP. And that one's also finished too. I don't know if the LP
787
related to the finish part.
Actually, that may be. I would have to see because I haven't armored yet.
So, Bourbon Engineer has a question for you, Darrell. Do you pay tax on the bourbon in the pipeline that's buried from your house to the CNC Rick house?
Does Darrell pay taxes on bourbon from the buried pipeline? This house to cover. We don't pay any liquor tax here.
You just got to tap. Like Steven just replaces the barrel every once in a while. You got to pour your own tap. No, he doesn't have to do that. He just goes over there and makes us jealous on random Wednesdays every now and then.
Yeah, just go hang out.
I knew you'd love that one.
Macalicious.
MGP 95.5. Hey, Joe. Cheers, buddy. Driving but listening. Cheers to Joe. Since you're here, Joe, I'll just put a plug out. You know, last time I checked, there was like one case left of the Bull Run. Not to entice you to buy another one, because I'm pretty sure you and I own the most stock of that Bull Run barrel.
Bull Run?
There's one case left, I think.
6 bottles.
Oh, wow. A lot of MFers in Florida. Oh, DC barrels. That's a good part. That's a good point too. I have a couple DCs. Yeah. Whatever happened to those Texas ones too? Remember?
He still has them there. He wanted them to age a little longer. When he first got them, they were, I think, 5 years.
Like,
and this is
a handful.
About a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe.
Just about.
Yeah, because the Divine Dram is MK. That's Kentucky. Oh, wait, yeah. The original one.
Running out of time, Richie Z, but I will bring a bull run to the bottle share at Bardstown. I'll bring a couple of our barrel picks for the table. All right. Man, that was pretty good so far. I think there was one more I wanted to compare to. The profiles are just so different, though. These comparisons aren't really comparisons. See. Somewhere in there. I think one thing I am thinking about, though, and I think it's something that we'll have to be mindful of, but the community as well. So what we're seeing on our end as far as barrel picks, things that are being offered to us, a lot of MDPs are getting older stocks, some good barrels, good prices. So this Rode You Like a Hurricane is going to be the first in essentially a series for us of 10-year age-dated MGP. This one's the 36% rye. We have a 44% rye coming from Old Dominic under the Hauling Station brand, and then a 21% rye coming from Backbone with the Old Bones. But what's going to be interesting is for the next probably year or two, I do expect that we'll have other opportunities for double-digit MGP, probably around these prices as time goes on. And I guess it's just take advantage of it while it's here, because the thing that's on my mind as we kind of go through this era of the glut is back in 2017, 2018, I used to buy a 10-year MGP all the time. Like, it was my default. It was even my daily. There was a Boone County 12-year that was $55 off the shelf. It was my daily at the time. But when it dried up in 2019, 2020, it was gone for good. And then all the age statements reset to 4 and 5 years. And I don't know what's going to happen as far as what like type of pipeline we can expect once things dry up again, because we already know some distilleries aren't producing as much as they were before. Like, what happens after we get out of this era?
Gotta take advantage now.
That's kind of my point. Like, gobble while we can, get some double-digit age statements and good prices, and then move on. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it either. Darn it. It's got to be back here. I want to compare it to the one from Evernorth. But curious in chat how everybody kind of feels about that. Hey, Dusty Dan. Good timing on that one. I'm about to pull out the Evernorth barrel. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing that we got is like, I don't know. It's a weird position where we're probably going to have access to some amazing barrels the next year or two. And it happens at the same time that I know so many people are overwhelmed with their own stocks and what they bought over the last couple of years. But I don't know. There's like, sometimes there's that time to strike. And I like kind of feel that way with some of like these trends that we're seeing. Let's see.
Something in my eye.
All right. I'm going to do a comparison with the Danny Mysterio to the Rode You Like a Hurricane. So every now and then we just have like unofficial things that we attach stickers to, but there's a Danny Mysterio that was like super short. So you can kind of see Rey Mysterio there trying to get every last drop out of this barrel. But that's the inspiration of this sticker here. And then there's one more thing. It'll come up next week. We'll do something. We'll announce it on Patreon. But Darrell, why don't you talk about next week with the Patreon thing we were talking about backstage?
Yeah. So next week, we're going to be trying to split up a bottle or two of a Copper Cask pick. I know we talked about it in the past, but it was a very, very, very short and special barrel. So we didn't really have enough to actually officially release it to the Patreons because only like 5 of you would have got one. So we're gonna chop up a bottle, give some samples away. But it's another 10-year West Virginia pick. As you can see, I kind of shared a lot, but look at the color of this thing. It's super dark. It's the highest proof MGP I've ever seen, bourbon wise. 10-year, it's 147.2 proof. I think outside of that, the highest proof I've tasted and seen was 144 from MGP. Not to say that that's why it's great, but it's a whole different monster of MGP. And we want to share that with you guys. So we're going to be, chopping up some samples and giving those away next week, while releasing the Copper Cask 10-year that everybody should be able to get. Got a good amount of those bottles, so should go around for the most part. Probably have like maybe 120-ish or so released into everybody. So it's more than the 50 and 60 that dropped on a couple different releases of ours. But yeah, look out for that and let us know, man. Whoever, wins some samples, let us know what you think, because I think this thing is super, super special. And I wish that we had a full barrel of it so we could have kind of really shared it around all the Patreons. But this is like the next best thing for us to try to get it in as many hands as we could by, kind of breaking it up into some samples for you guys.
Mm-hmm. I'll be ending with a little nip of that one. But we did call this one the Divine... Well, hello, Katie and Ethan. We did call this one the Divine Dram LE rather than Divine Dram 2. Just to keep that series going, but unofficially there. Let's bring in Katie and Ethan, who just joined us backstage. Hello there.
Hello.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? I'll say you're not kidless. You got pups there.
Well, kidless meaning.
My mom and John.
Yeah, his mom and John.
Gotcha.
Ooh, question from Richie Z. What airport will I be flying into?
I answered him already.
Louisville, right? Oh, you already answered that?
Yeah, I put it in chat.
Yeah, that's perfect. James Lay, have you seen some of the barrels Gene has been showing? Old MGP about to flood the market. That's it, James. I mean, it'll flood the market a little. Yes. I mean, we got to pick our punches and pick some special ones, but at least the opportunity's there. And then, yes, Gene's, I mean, he was already offering us stuff like 2 weeks ago. And I was like, let's sell out of this Canadian Ryan.
Right.
Yeah.
But I feel like we'll be reaching out to Gene more and more here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
how you doing, Katie and Ethan?
Doing good. Just poured a little bit of Rich You Like a Hurricane.
Yeah.
Ethan's slacking. We pulled out the others too, so.
The dogs are very confused about why they didn't come home from work, so they're very needy.
Just went back to the nose on the Hurricane, and it's different in a better way, man. Holy moly.
Oh, yeah. We were sipping on it last night, trying to come up, with some notes, but my gosh, the longer it sat, the more orange oil, orange marmalade would come out on the nose for me.
It is brighter for me now that I go back. It's been sitting for probably 30 minutes. That's great.
Cheers, Josh. Hey, Lance is in here. Cheers, buddy. We were just talking about you hopping on next week, buddy. Looking forward to hanging out with you again.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while. I think last time I seen Lance was when we were doing our Nashville pick.
Yeah, it's been a while since we saw him. I think that was the last time we saw him too.
Yeah.
So Dan says the Copper Cask crushes the Evernorth, and just so everyone knows, Dan adores that Evernorth. So I didn't expect Dan to type that into chat. So that tells you what he thinks about.
Is that his pick too?
Right.
His 10-year or the 9-year. Okay.
It's really good. I'm sitting here drinking it now, but there's something about that oak profile on that West Virginia. It's driving me crazy.
Give me 1 sec.
It's definitely unique.
Yeah, because I poured after we went through it last night. I poured the chosen one, and I was getting like raspberries and confectionery sugar on that one, as opposed to like orange oil and blackberry compote and the dark berries. Man,
That's the exact thing that happened to me when I was comparing it to 1999, Katie. You literally just described it. I was overwhelmed by fruit punch and the top of all the sugary goodness on top of a coffee cake. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna pour a little bit of the chosen one here too. I'm at it.
It's wild.
See, I'm loving that oak nose. Tons of orange too, of course, but that old barrel note there. Oh man.
I think what I'm worried about a little bit in the back of my mind for like future barrel picks after this is, are we going to get spoiled by all the 10 years that we've picked and are coming out soon? Like the oak and everything in there with the fruits and everything after we've been picking 6 years, 7 years for so long. And now all of a sudden we got this string of double-digit age statements. And it's just like,
well, again, though, like,
do I want to go back?
We might drop to 8s for a year, and then it'll be 9s, and then it'll be 10s, and then 11s, 12s, 13s. Like, we're going to start seeing older whiskey here shortly, right? You know that we're seeing already. It's going to keep happening, especially with the glut. You're going to have people who are buying these barrels that are out there at cheap prices and sitting on them. And so, yeah, we're going to keep seeing older whiskey. And there's a glut in Kentucky. So then that'll start coming out here in a year or two. And yeah, no, it's even if we take a small step back, Jeff, we're not going back to younger barrels for quite some time.
I hope so. Maybe we'll even get to the point where there's such a glut they start putting some of those older barrels back into the shelfers like it used to be too. Raise the average age of those up a little bit. Oh, and there's OH.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Like it's a fun pour. We kind of say that a lot, but that thing truly is like a league of its own.
Cheers, Mark. And Andrew Butler messed me up, by the way. So I always do like, cheers, everybody. And I always do like this. And then Andrew left on a comment recently. He was like, Jeff, I know you do it all the time, but just so you know, when you have your palm facing you in the UK, that is the same thing as the middle finger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And then I went and I looked it up and I was like, oh, that's actually a thing. Like, this is peace and this is FU in the UK. I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
At least you know now.
My instincts are to be like, cheers, everybody. I'm like, oh, do I change it or do I just keep telling my UK friend?
Yeah, they quote that in The Darkest Hour, actually. Whenever Churchill's young secretary, she sees him do it.
Yeah,
and he does V for victory.
Yeah.
Or he does V for victory. And she just busts out laughing. And he's like, what? What? Fine, okay, what does it mean? And she went, up your bum.
So apparently I've done that hundreds of times on every video.
I think they're used to us messing with their languages and gestures. And
what's he say? I like
comment
MGP
from Hack
like
here.
Lives. Somewhere else with someone that knows how to curate barrels. I like MGP when it goes and lives somewhere else with someone that knows how to curate barrels. Yeah, that's Copper and Cask for sure.
it is complicated, but
I mean, that's Southern Collective. That's Gene. I mean,
pick your good NDP. But honestly, I think MGP hasn't had to. And now they have to again. So I think that's probably going to change as well.
This guy riding dirty over here, man.
We got Dusty
up,
in the dark here, driving.
How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, good.
Drinking whiskey. We know you're not because you're driving.
I know. Wait till I park.
Got a couple road sodas. Oh, man.
Playing on Hack's comment here, though, I do wish like we've had a fun time, even over the last decade, exploring MGP from different states. Like, why not put different rick houses in different states and just see what happens? Like, it's such an easy gimmick. All you need is the climate and a space and a little property and, whatever you put the barrels in. Like, why doesn't Buffalo Trace go and do that? Like, Buffalo Trace, aged in, Nevada. Let's see what happens. Like,
you're grossly oversimplifying that, Jeff. Like, that's all it takes, right? You gotta get that barrel on a truck. The truck has to have a hazmat certification. Like, there's a lot to it that raises that average barrel cost up,
Details. Yeah. Average people are gonna pay like $150 for a Buffalo Trace aged in Nevada. What are you talking about?
Right.
It'll just be like the 90 proof Buffalo Trace. Like it'll just be the buffalo in the desert on the label. Like they'll still pay for it.
But I mean, we're even spoiled by old Dominic. We don't talk about them because they've had those barrels for so long, right? Gene and everybody else are like buying the older stock pure Reese, or maybe they've sat on some, but old Dom just held on to them.
Yeah.
Because they're what, 13-year-old stuff?
But old Dom, it's their mash bill too.
Yeah.
That's the difference in old Dom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a random mash bill they purchased. It's their own.
I
volunteer as tribute to watch the Texas MGP Rickhouse. I bet you do.
See, I wouldn't trust Hack to do that. There would be one barrel in 10 years at the end. Start with 100.
Angel share. It was angel share. Just try it up. It's over there just pouring. Got a little spigot connected to the barrel.
That's still my conspiracy about angel share in general. Like, I'm one of the angels that's taking some of that share when we drill into barrels on barrel.
So that's kind of what I was thinking, right? Everybody who walks in there to taste, they get a little halo to put on for a couple hours.
Man, I swear that still Austin still gives me some MGP vibes. The one that we did. There's something about it that just gives me some of that older MGP like vibe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I had that comparison with the original Divine Dram, because the profiles are really similar, man. Taste profile, malt experience, like you could tell they're different whiskeys, but they drink very much alike.
Mm-hmm. Man, that chosen one's pretty strong.
That's what I have in my fourth glass.
It's
a good pour, really good one.
It's a good in between compared to the 99 and the Roju.
What's crazy too, I want to say it's this exact one. If not, it's one of the other ones Vic did. But I tasted through this initially when Yankee was doing two of their picks, the Carpe Diem and the Wet Kiss. And this was like a consensus, like not in the running. Then a year and a half later, it still sat in the barrel, and that's when Vic got to taste it, and it was freaking special at that point. Like, now this thing's killer. But I had notes, and I was like, I went back to the barrel, and I was like, wait, not my favorite was literally the three things I said, not my favorite out of play. And now this thing's killer after sitting another year and a half.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was that one or the Backyard Sipper. Do you remember?
It wasn't Backyard because I've never had that bottle.
Okay, so then it was definitely the chosen one.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we need Darrell to go around the Rick House and just put like D's on barrels that have potential as he's tasting them.
Are
That's
you
stickers? It's color-coded stickers for him.
Implying that Darrell should draw dicks on a bunch of barrels and warehouses?
Bunch of D's.
I mean, he would just put a 3 equals D. You know, it's got potential. You know.
What did Vic say? What you talking about me? Suckle? You're supposed to say
Lurker.
sucker?
Lurker.
We're saying your pick wasn't great a year and a half before you picked it. Then it turned out to be very good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Jason going live tonight? Did anyone see a thumbnail?
He is going live tonight. Yeah. Haven't seen a thumbnail, but I think I seen like a Patreon post earlier. Okay, good job.
I know I saw one for the finals, but
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking. I thought he was.
I just saw a notification pop up for Booker's milkshake something.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Bardstown.
Richie. Yeah.
Or yeah, whatever that was.
Good to see you too,
Bardstown's, Booker's, and more.
Oh yeah, he's getting out there. So, any final thoughts, Dan, Katie, Ethan?
I would
Excited
say
for next week, man.
I would just say don't sleep on the road you like a hurricane. It's something that's unique. I know Jeff has said it, but being able to pick these barrels that are just killer, in our opinion, and I think everybody agrees, especially with like Gene's Obtainiums, like this Roju is definitely a great job.
Yeah.
Of a pick, a heck of a pick.
I mean, not only that too, but I mean, look what we blinded it against the other night, and 3 of us had it in first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I think it was a close second for me behind the
Yeah.
Divine Dram. I just love that experience on that one, but this thing is really, really, really good. Hopefully everybody else agrees once you get to taste it. I feel like you will, but if not, hey, we didn't create the whiskey. We did like it though.
We don't miss.
I don't think anybody said like, "Hey, I didn't really like that pig." I don't know if we got that. Yeah. It may come eventually, but I don't think anybody's like, "Yeah." Yeah. So we'll
If
keep
there's
rolling
anything I'm
with
going to miss at, it's not going to be MGP.
it.
The bar is
Yeah.
pretty high.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining tonight. Check us out next week when we'll be our guest will be Lance, the Whiskey Tornado, and we will also be launching the Copper and Cask pick that we've been talking about tonight next Wednesday. So keep an eye out on Patreon. I got to put the post out there on the Facebook group. Make sure you're connected with us on one of those, and we'll catch you on the next Whiskey Wednesday. What do I do with my hands? Goodbye, everybody. I guess I got to do like this, like.
Well, and then how do you click the button?
Right? Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Cheers, you guys.